Nubreed, global truth.
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTVReactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo, Hang Stall King abilities, filled with monitoring spear writs. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTVReactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately.
Hey man, what's going on, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. Man, what's going on? I see all praises to Yah, Yachna, Yisrael in the house, one man army in the building. RJ, what's happening, man? NYC Los, William, what's going on? Hey, look, man, I'm just having a good time off of this guy's expense. You know, it's time to expose the truth. So as y'all can see, our Trash Bandicoot action figures are completely sold out. Man, I mean, them Jones flew off the shelf. And I mean, it's just, they're doing good. Business is booming. What can I say? What can I say? You know, there's a high market for Trash Bandicoot toys, you know, and little kids all through the suburbs, you know, they just playing with these guys, you know, it is what it is. Somebody said 8 hours of trash streams is crazy. Yeah, man. Look, this guy's completely sold out. I gotta break the news to y'all, right? Completely sold out. Now, brothers and sisters, we got to go over this video here. He's talking more about Carmelo Anthony, and just look at the title of the video. Carmelo Anthony case opened the gates of hell. What? So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's on the Bulls' mind, but you know, this is a sad case right here. This is really, really sad. You know, this is a guy here who denounced being a biblical Israelite. This is a guy who has an issue with foundational Black Americans, people born in America, born and raised in America, who happen to be Black. You know, this guy just starts, this guy has a lot of hate. He has a lot of hate towards our people in general. He just pretty much sold out. And, you know, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using my FaceTime camera, so if the quality is not top notch like it normally is, it's because I'm going to show y'all how my QR codes work on my community post that I've been making. And because some of y'all probably wondering what this commercial is all about right here, I'm going to show y'all in a minute.
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTVReactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo, Hang Stall King abilities, filled with monitoring spear writs. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTVReactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately.
Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately. And of course, you know, look, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. We're going to get back to this video, right? We're definitely going to get back to this video. So lately I've been making these community posts here, and I just got to, before we get into the video, I got to show y'all how this works. So what I'm going to do right now in real time is scan the QR codes, right? Because I told y'all got to scan the QR codes because each one of these action figures actually have the backstory of what what the whole action figure is about. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming with it, right? So first and foremost, let's see. Y'all could just see it in real time, yo. In real time, and I'm gonna show you what pops up. So this one led to the whole Lawnmower Man video. So each one leads to a video or a live stream. All right, so this one leads to the Lawnmower Man video on Nubreed Universal ENT. All right. Let's see. We got another one here. Now we have hey, okay, so it's only let me click one at a time. So let me bag out real quick. Let's do it that way. All right. And then we have Trash Bandicoot. And I mean, Trash Bandicoot is our #1 seller. Trash Bandicoot, it just, that's the one that everybody likes. Everybody likes, I guess, because this one has the scooter keychain. So everybody's rocking with the Trash Bandicoot, even though the Lawnmower is sold separately. So again, I'm going to scan this in real time. And this one leads to, hold on, wait 1 moment. So, you know, when I say scan the QR codes, y'all got to try this. All right, this one, I'm having a problem picking this one up. Hold up. All right. There we goes. And this one right here leads to Red Supreme's channel when I joined Red Supreme's panel. So, you know, each one has a story, has a backdrop. So you can kind of, you know, understand what's going on here. All right. So that's that one. And then we have one more, of course. And then we'll get into the video where I say, you know, it's over and it's done. Let me see. And then we have our original. We have our original piece that came out. And this one, of course, is a classic, you know, a future collector's item, if you will. And this is the tether. We have the YouTube tether joint. All right. Now, this one is a collector's item right here. All right, fully loaded. Got the panda bear. Y'all see it? Y'all see the panda bear there. Of course, you got the Jason mask. I mean, come on, man. Somebody said, let me see. Let me do this person a favor. Let me do this person a favor. Let's just put you on timeout. Then we got this joint right here. Let me see which video this leads you to. Oh.
Holes, but you don't know how to find virgins. Virgins, you have to find them when they're young. Find them when they're young. Find them when they're young. You have to find them before they get. In order to do that, you got to pretty much talk to women. They're all over the place. You see young ladies every day. Problem is, you are scared of the system. You scared. And, you know, let me bring up, a lot of times, people are calling R. Kelly pedophile. R. Kelly this. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly is one of the realest dudes that are out there when it comes to dealing with women. He might not be on the righteous side in terms of wifing women up and taking care of a family and doing all of that other stuff. But he's out there in the world, you know. He's in that mindset that most of us brothers been in, just kind of just doing what we want. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly is one of the realest dudes out there when it comes to dealing with women. He keeping shit a buck. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. You know what I mean? He got hooked up with Aaliyah. They've been calling this man a he dating a 15-year-old girl. Aaliyah was not no 15-year-old girl. Aaliyah was a 15-year-old young lady. 15-year-old young lady. 15-year-old young lady.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
And you gotta get that shit through your head. Stop calling young ladies girls. A girl is not a girl when she can have a baby. You understand? Women can have babies. Young ladies can have babies. When you reach that age where you can have a baby, I don't give a how old you are. I don't give a how old you are. I don't give a how old you are. I don't give a how old you are.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
You motherfuckers bring the age limit low down. So I heard one person say, well, a girl can get her period at age 11. Are you saying she's a woman now? Yes, she's a woman now. Yes, she's a woman now. Yes, she's a woman now. I said, the mean? Once a young lady reaches the age where she can now have a menstrual cycle and have a baby, what do you think that means? Means she has now become a woman. Under the circumstances of this world that gave you gay marriage, that told you it's okay for two men to get with each other, that told you it's okay for two women to each other, that's the very same system that told you that it's legal for them to do what they do. But yet you want to tell me that R. Kelly's a because he went with a 15-year-old? Really? How many of you Negroes been to a nightclub and you see some badass sisters walking up in there and you're like,
So as you can see, there's a reason why, you know, it tells you ages 11 plus. Watch this.
damn, shorty bad. I'm here to tell you, over 65% of the chicks that are in nightclubs are underage. Wake the up, bro. Over 65% of women that are in strip clubs, taking off their clothes, stripping for you Negroes, are not legal age. They're underage. They're between the ages of 15 to 17. And they got nice, sexy ass bodies. And they out there turning up. So don't tell me R. Kelly's a not no he just keeping shit a buck. Because in other nations around the world, a 15, matter of fact, not even a 15-year-old, my point that I'm trying to make is, in other parts of the world, if a woman is 25, they consider that old. They don't even consider her worthy to be a wife at that age. Because the younger the woman is, the more better she is to be a wife. So if a woman is 25, they look at her as old.
So, hey, listen. I question anybody that support that platform over there. And listen, let me say this. It's about time that y'all pull y'all support from these people who are questionable in our communities. Now, he tried to do something after the do damage control. And what he did was he tried to claim that I knew about this prior to the time I said that I knew about it. And what he ended up doing was take it to his platform, playing voice memos of him confiding in me about a woman exposing him on YouTube. Now, I didn't know nothing about this video. So what he did was lie. In the voice memos, you didn't hear me say nothing about this video footage. You didn't hear me say nothing about it because I didn't know about it. All I know is he was being extra thirsty with some female on here, and she decided to expose him. I didn't know what she exposed, any of that. So what he tried to do is spin the whole narrative because he's a manipulator and a liar and a deceiver. So his damage control is not working because, you know, people are not as stupid as he believes they are. Now, that's number one. Number two, y'all heard it what he said. And I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, how do you defend that choice of words? There's no way of defending that. That group, the way that was worded, there is no defending that. Only thing you can do is repent. Only thing you can do is confess. At that point, when you saying you guys are scared of the system, I don't give a F how old they are. You could bring the age down to 11. If y'all want virgins, y'all got to get them while they're young. Listen, there's no way of defending what he said. There's no way of defending what he said. So now we're going to get into the real issues here as far as the sellout stuff, because I mean, brothers and sisters, we got to wake up. We have got to wake up and understand who the enemies are in our communities, right? Seriously. Now, this video here is quite interesting. Carmelo Anthony case opened the gates of hell. Now, I want y'all to hear this out. Let's go.
Why is it that Black people can't accept the fact that they're racist too? It's like with the whole Carmelo Anthony case, what I noticed is that it brought out a deep sense of racism in Blacks to the point where they're blinded by their own hate.
Now, he's calling Black people racist. Racist. Now, let's go to the definition of racist. We're going to get back to the screen here. Let's go to the definition of racist, right? So listen to what it said.
If you defend any other race of people, they hate you. Why? Because they're racist. It's not a matter of who's right and who's wrong. It's about you need to stand with Black people.
Now, racist, it says coming from or having the belief that people who belong to other races are not good, intelligent, moral, etc., as people who belong to your own race. Now, essentially what he's saying is that when we defend ourselves, we're racist. But that's not the definition of racism. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, no matter if they're wrong, that's racism. Because you're doing the very
racism relating to policies, behaviors, rules, etc., that result in a continued unfair advantage to some people and unfair or harmful treatment of other based on race. Ladies and gentlemen, the man don't know what racism is. He don't know what racism is. He's trying to convince you all that Black people are racist. Now anybody viewing that over there who agree with that nonsense, you're just not looking at the facts, right? Facts are facts. Black people are not racist. You're not racist for defending yourself. It says many of the party policies were deeply and fundamentally racist. First of all, we don't have any political power to be racist. We cannot systematically influence society to undergird our privilege of white supremacy. We can't undergird white privilege, and we also can't. We pretty much can't oppress anyone because we don't have the position to oppress. Let's go.
Same thing you say white people do. The same way you have these ninjas that be on these platforms and they'll say, well, white people ban with white people even when they're wrong, and white people do this and they're able to raise money and they're able to raise millions. Well, that means we should do the same thing.
Well, Carmelo Anthony's not wrong. Carmelo Anthony was a straight A student. Carmelo Anthony acted in self-defense. Carmelo Anthony has 2 jobs. Carmelo Anthony is a promising athlete. So what is this guy talking about? He has no facts. The case haven't even, listen, the trial haven't even started yet. And this guy right here has so much extreme visceral for that young man. This is the same guy that said that he wanted to see Carmelo. Well, basically, I ain't gonna say he said he wanted to see. He made a video fantasizing about Carmelo Anthony getting his manhood taken in jail. That's how much hatred, that's how much lack of compassion that he has for this young man. Let's go.
Does that make you any better? That proves that black people are racist.
He's wrong. Racism is relating to policies, behavior, rules, etc. that result in a continued unfair advantage to some people and unfair, harmful treatment of others.
Because what they're basically saying is, if white people can defend another white person, even if they're wrong, then we should do the same thing, even if one of our own are wrong. First of all, you're not my people.
Wow.
You savages and you killers and you thugs and you felons, same thing. Even
he called us savages, thugs, criminals.
If one of our own are wrong. First of all, you're not my people. You savages and you killers and you thugs and you felons that are in the black communities, you're not my people.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTV Reactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo, Hang Stall King abilities, filled with monitoring spear writs. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTV Reactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately.
I mean, come on, man. Let's look up the definition of Uncle Tom. An offensive word for a black person who is considered to be.
Well, you're not my people. You savages and you killers and you.
An offensive word for a black person who is considered to be too eager to agree with white people or too willing to be treated in a way that is not equal to white people.
Thugs and you felons that are in the black communities, you're not my people.
Now, an offensive word for a black person who is considered to be too eager. Now, listen, isn't it offensive words to black people, calling black people savages and animals? I mean, isn't that what the European Empire did? Isn't this hate speech? Do you understand if we had a hate law, you know, some type of crime bill or whatever you want to call it, right? Do you know that what he's saying is considered hate speech towards us? He's calling us animals and savages. This is hate speech. The same one who is claiming that we're hateful is spewing hate. And our president is a felon. Like, what are we talking about? Like, people had, everybody was somebody at one point. Because somebody has a past, should they be looked down on because they had got a felony? I mean, like, this kind of rhetoric right here is sad. Yeah, anytime you're trying to dehumanize an individual, you're going to call them savages. Like, everybody who is anybody need to pull support from this guy. I mean, it shouldn't be nothing going on over there. It's over. It's over. Let's go.
Because my.
Now, listen to this here.
Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Before you go talking about somebody is hateful and racist, who taught you to call us savages? Who taught you to hate your own kind. Like, what are we doing here? Like, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we gotta keep it a buck here. This is crazy. Let's go.
Blacks are using whatever kind of story can reinforce their hate for whites. They use it. And I blame the content creators for this, because rather than the content creators elevate Black people to give them the knowledge needed to move forward, it's as if though they're opening up old wounds to make them hate more and more.
You know, this type of rhetoric right here is sad. Because let's make this very clear. Because we're defending ourselves doesn't mean we hate anyone. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There's people who I rock with who are Gentiles or considered white people. And even they looking at this like this is crazy. I'm talking about I know even Gentiles that see what's going on who are on our side. This guy's on the wrong side of history. And that just is what it is. Let's go.
And what I notice about these cult followings of people is that if you don't agree with them, they will label you a coon, a Sambo, a sellout, and they'll just call you a bunch of names.
Hey, he ain't no sellout. He is sold out. It's over. Y'all heard the things he had to say, man. Y'all heard what he had to say. But anyway, let's continue.
And you have to think about this. If these people are filled with love for their own people, why would they resort to the name calling? Why would they resort to insulting you? And why would they do these things? That's why I don't rock with these people. That's why I don't even want to be around them. Like, I don't want to be around ninjas. I don't like them. Just being honest with you, like, I don't like them.
He don't want to be around ninjas. He don't like them. He don't want to be around ninjas. He don't like them.
Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Man, I'm telling you. The Carmelo Anthony case is doing nothing but exposing people for who they are.
Who taught you, please, who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Now, there's more, brothers and sisters. There is more. Let's get back to the video here. Hold on one moment. All right, what happened here? All right, let's just do it this way. All right. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all.
Admit it. Want to admit it. They want to hide behind, you know, things was done to our ancestors, so you know, it is what it is type mindset. That's crazy. When you really think about it, it's like if blacks are using whatever kind of story can reinforce their hate for whites, they use it.
Let's evaluate the term coon, a term used to discriminate black people in the early centuries by white people, to put them down similar to the N-word. It says in the late 2000s, however, the premise of the term changed. More ethnicities started using it to call other ethnicities who put down their own community in order to favor themselves or other ethnicities who do the same, similar to an Uncle Tom. Now, let's read that again, right? Because is this not what this individual is doing? Is this not the proper term? A term used to discriminate black people in the early centuries. They would call us this. The oppressors would call us this. By white people to put them down, similar to the N-word. But in the late 2000s, however, the premise of the term changed. Why? Because we are no longer limited to their language. Just like when they call us N-words, we changed it to N-A, right? To take away its power. That's what we did. Because we're not limited by their English language. We take the power out of the things we do, out of the things they do, pardon me. So when the premise changed, right, more ethnicities started using it to call out ethnicities who put down their own communities. So anybody putting down their own community to favor themselves, you know, meaning they have their own agendas, or they're trying to prop up another race, they would be considered a coon, right? Now, let's go.
And I blame the content creators for this, because rather than the content creators elevate black people to give them the knowledge needed to move forward, it's as if though they're opening up old wounds to make them hate more and more. And what I notice about these cult followings of people is that if you don't agree with them, they will label you a coon, a Sambo, a sellout, and they'll just call you a bunch of names. And you have to think about this. If these people are filled with love for their own people, why would they resort to the name calling? Why would they resort to insulting you? And why would they do these things? That's why I don't.
Now, you know, one thing about this narcissistic demon over here, he's always playing victim. Ladies and gentlemen, he attacked foundational black Americans first, and then he put it on private. I mean, he made countless videos for hours. Nobody was worried about this guy. This guy came out of nowhere and was making videos about Israelites and foundational black Americans. He did it nonstop, and then he put it on members. Then he sits around consistently talking about how people are attacking him. He says he's getting death threats, and he never proved that he's getting death threats. You know, and this is what I'm talking about. Some of these guys are just cowards, and what they do is throw stones and hide their hands and play victim. And that's exactly what he did, to try to garner some type of sympathy. The man got all these receipts, all this proof, all these screenshots, all this, all that, but he can't prove that anybody's attacking him. He's a professional victim. Yeah, a subliminal narc. So now he's trying to make it look like everybody's just attacking him. And no, he came after these organizations and then he put it on members only. He's the one spewing out hate. He's the one that, literally attacking people. That's called covert narcissism. It's covert narcissism. Just like he got away with saying what he said about underage girls, young girls, and there's still people over there who is supportive. I don't understand it myself. I don't get it. He put y'all in a spin cycle. He moved the goalpost. He never repented. And it's about time, ladies and gentlemen, y'all start canceling people. He's a narcissist, a professional victim. Listen, lady, I cannot stand a professional victim. I cannot stand a person who can never take accountability. Those type of people are toxic. They are the worst. Telling y'all.
Rock with these people.
He said he don't rock with these people.
That's why I don't even want to be around them. Like, I don't want to be around ninjas. I don't like them. Just being honest with you. Like, I don't like them. They're savages. Act like animals.
They're savages and they act like animals. You don't want to be around us, y'all.
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTVReactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo. Hangstall King abilities. Filled with monitoring spirits. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTV Reactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately.
Hey, yo. It even comes with monitoring spirits. Nubreed, he has the tapes. Yo, you just gotta laugh at these guys, man, on the internet. You just got to. It's comical, really, when you sit back and you can see these entities for what they are. It's funny. This man is literally, he's went on a whole campaign trying to demonize Carmelo Anthony. That nigga got straight A's. Straight A's. He killed a young white man. Lock him up. Why is he free? He said that he wanted, look, bro. He said he wanted to see Carmelo rot in jail. Bro. Yo, let me see. Last Sam says, yeah, the other sellout showed up with white people on their BS protests, and black men put one, and he ran with Master. Ringbo is next. Yeah. Straight up Clayton Bigsby. I mean, Clayton Bigsby. Let's go.
And when it's convenient, they want to act like they're speaking for their people, but they're really not. They don't love their own people.
It sounds like you don't love well, we don't know who your people are. I don't know who, I don't know who your people are. Everybody, look, he said he's not an Israelite. He said he's not a foundational Black American. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he considers himself. It doesn't even matter because you're not one of us. So whatever we got going on within our community ain't really none of your business. Just like this guy spoke on Glorilla Hebrew's situation, about his sexual proclivities for 5 hours straight when he's the one talking about young girls. He's the one talking about young girls, but you worried about Glorilla Hebrew. But you claim you're not even a Hebrew. Like, that's none of your business. You're a Gentile talking about what's going on in this community. It's crazy, y'all. It is crazy. Hold on, let's go.
You got somebody like Carmelo Anthony murder a man in cold blood.
Now, what is he talking about? Carmelo Anthony didn't murder a man in cold blood. You hear this guy? You got somebody like Carmelo Anthony who murders a man in cold blood. What is that? Has Carmelo Anthony went to court and been proven guilty of murdering a man in cold blood? Now, I got more because this is open rebuke right here, man. And I'm gonna bring y'all to some evidence here. Let's finish this off, and then I'm gonna show y'all what real racism is about. What's the origin of race? What's the origin of it? We're gonna get to that.
And the black community defend evil. I can't rock with that, dog.
So, hey, y'all heard it from him, man. It's all but over. Matter of fact, I got something else I want to show y'all because I just like to educate y'all. And you know, after this, man, I don't have nothing else to say about this guy, man. Unless something real crazy happened in these streets, it really ain't worth my attention at this point. You know, whoever's going to follow this nonsense and fall for the, you know, the BS that he's over there spewing, you belong over there. Somebody says he's talking about the Texas stabbing. I know what he's talking about, but that wasn't cold-blooded murder. That was self-defense. That wasn't cold-blooded murder. Why isn't he talking about the FSU shooting? Why is he not talking about when, you know, that 22-year-old maniac, that thug, shot up the school, put hot ones in 8 students, murking 2 of them? He won't talk about that. And the reason he won't talk about that is because his narrative is to paint black people as animals, but he's not going to address Ignor Phoenix, who crashed out. He's not going to address that. Who was so animalistic. Ignor Phoenix was so animalistic, the cops had to put him down because he reached for a pair of scissors. We're talking about a guy who was in the sheriff's department, allegedly took his mother's firearm and went to the school and did what he did. But he won't address none of that. We're talking about a young man who was supposed to be law enforcement. White privilege and everything. Had a foot in the sheriff's office. That's white. He had white privilege. They raised him to be a sheriff, a cop, a deputy, whatever. He just put hot ones in 8 students in FSU, and that guy don't got nothing to say about that. But he's gonna keep talking about Carmelo Anthony, a straight A student who was approached by 2 bigger young men and acted in self-defense. I mean, the hypocrisy is real. It's just real. Now, I want to go over this, the origin of race. And this is a PBS short documentary, and I want y'all to see this. You know, I'm gonna interject and share my thoughts on this here. Let's go.
Half of the nation's opioid overdoses happen right at home because people don't understand the dangers of taking an oxy or perk with a glass of alcohol for stress or to sleep. Learn how to protect your family from opioid overdose at opioidresponse.info.
It's time to look at our home in a whole new way. Imagine carbon stored in nature on an incredible scale. Looking after it is essential because our future depends on the future of nature.
All right, y'all. Got ads. My bad. We on PBS though.
Did you know that race was not always considered a biological or genetic category? So how did we come to understand it that way today? We all have a working definition of race. Whether you kind of understand it, hate it, claim not to see it, or study it, hint, hint, cough, cough, that's me.
And we're going to go to timestamp. I have a timestamp here, you know, that I want y'all to hear.
Europeans. So in order to continue to justify slavery, we start to see the pseudoscience of race emerge that connected physical features, behavior, and legal rights right around the 18th century when colonial use of slaves was expanding. Anthropologist Audrey Smedley notes that scientific ideas about physical appearance and racial difference in the 18th century were largely folk ideas used to justify already existent social norms. So as a result of a desire to perpetuate systems of exploitation, more and more distinctions were made about the supposed differences amongst races, primarily the differences of Black people from their white counterparts. This evolution of race became more concretized after social structures of slavery were in.
So now you get to see why they were considering us animals. So when you hear this guy saying what he's saying, there's a reason why he's using the terms animals and savages, right? There's a reason why. Let's go.
Place and not before, and was solidified by the Enlightenment. Which brings us to our third question. How did the Enlightenment impact definitions of race? The Enlightenment was a period of primarily European thought and ideological development that saw the emergence of some key concepts that tie back into today's discussion. First, there was a push in scientific communities to categorize the natural world using reason and creating elaborate hierarchical systems that emphasize the similarities between different species and subgroups and the inherent differences amongst others. And race was fitted into this.
Now, as you can see, they put our tribal people in the categories of different animals. Are y'all witnessing this? So when you hear this guy continue to call us animals and savages, listen, that is the ideologies of white supremacy. This actually derives from something. And this is the same guy calling us hateful. This is the same guy that's claiming that Black people are racist. It's like, y'all got to understand, man, the guy is gone. He's gone. Let's go.
Same mold. As European theorists looked to classify the world into scientific groupings, physical markers that were already established social norms through enslavement and genocide were ways that they sought to prove that this was the natural order and not a social construction. For example, Thomas Jefferson, who was a proponent of concepts like individual liberty and freedom for white men, or those he considered his peers, also made claims that Black slaves required less sleep than their European counterparts to justify excruciatingly long and inhumane work hours. And
so as you can see, what we've been through, ladies and gentlemen, it was horrendous. And a lot of these ideologies, the names that he's using, what he's calling us, he got that from his white counterparts. And now, now all through the suburbs, they're going to be playing with him.
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTVReactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo. Hangstall King abilities. Filled with monitoring spirits. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTV Reactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and Scooter sold separately.
I mean, look, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to break this news to you. The boy is gone, man. And it is what it is. It's a lot going on in the news. I'm not going to give this clown too much of my time, but I have to show y'all how much this man been lying, playing games, manipulating, being narcissistic, deflecting. He honestly, ladies and gentlemen, anybody supporting that guy over there, he needs to answer for this.
It's sad. Most of you brothers, you know how to find hoes, but you don't know how to find virgins. Virgins, you have to find them when they're young. Find them when they're young. Find them when they're young. You have to find them before they get. In order to do that, you got to pretty much talk to women. They're all over the place. You see young ladies every day. Problem is, you are scared of the system. You scared. And you know, let me bring a lot of times people are calling R. Kelly pedophile, R. Kelly this. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly's a G. R. Kelly is one of the realest dudes that are out there when it comes to dealing with women. He might not be on the righteous side in terms of wifing women up and taking care of a family and doing all of that other stuff. But he's out there in the world, you know. He's in that mindset that most of us brothers been in, just kind of just doing what we want. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly is one of the realest dudes out there when it comes to dealing with women. He keeping shit a buck. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. I don't think R. Kelly's a pet. You know what I mean? He got hooked up with Aaliyah. They've been calling this man a pet. Oh, he dating a 15-year-old girl. Aaliyah was not no 15-year-old girl. Aaliyah was a 15-year-old young lady. 15-year-old young lady. 15-year-old young lady.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
And you must gotta get that shit through your head. Stop calling young ladies girls. A girl is not a girl when she can have a baby. You understand? Women can have babies. Young ladies can have babies. When you reach that age where you can have a baby, I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, it's over. And matter of fact, after he said that, he said you can bring the age way down to 11. That's what he said. But look, he said he don't give a F how old they are. Man, that's some sick. Like, bro, this dude is sick, bro. Dude is sick. And this is the guy who's calling black people animals and savages. Like, this guy is full of demons and hate and evil. And it's all over. It's all over his countenance, man. It's a sick, perverted individual. Ugh. Man, we gotta run that commercial one more time, bro. We just gotta laugh this one out, man, because sometimes, when you see something so wrong, you just gotta laugh it off, because it's like, man, it's diabolical, it's insidious. But the dude is a joke, though. You know what I'm saying?
I love my Tether Agent toy. RingoTV Reactions is the best. 8-hour streams of absolute trash. Ringo Weirdo. Hang Stall King abilities. Filled with monitoring spear writs. Watch out, Nubreed. I got the last one and he's sold out.
RingoTV Reactions, completely sold out. He's gone and not coming back. Crash Bandit Coon Tether. Tether Agent got the tapes. Lawnmower and scooter sold separately.
Yo, that Joe said monitoring spirits. Hey, why the voice was like, he's gone and he's not coming back. Hey, bro. I mean, scooter sold separately. Man, they gonna be in the suburbs just playing. But that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be a puppet. He wanted to be a toy for white supremacy. Now the next generation are just gonna be playing with him. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna be playing with you. Like that's crazy. That's just crazy. Man, and look, for everybody watching, wondering why Nubreed is even addressing that peasant, right? That low bottom of the barrel, bottom of the totem pole, leech, reprobate, delusional weirdo. Now, for those who've been on my platform, I've been quiet for like a year straight. This man has made countless videos, hours after hours. I'm talking about 5 to 8 to 10 hour videos about me, making false allegations, just saying whatever, he was just going on and on and on and on and on. I ignored it. And then, you know, when I fire back, the narcissist plays victim. He goes, runs and plays victim. And he was relentless. And I tried to mind my business. Matter of fact, when the whole thing started, I'm like, dude, just leave me alone, bro. I'm not the person you should mess with. Just leave me alone. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no problems. Just leave me alone. Anybody can attest to this. I minded my business. So I've been very disciplined. And now, you know, I just have to let you know what you're dealing with over there. Right? Yeah, somebody said it. You gave that man so much grace. I mean, seriously, the man would not stop. It's like, yo, just leave that brother alone. People would tell him, hey, why don't you just, even in his own chat, just leave that brother alone. Brother ain't saying nothing. No, he wanted to keep on going. He just wanted to keep going. I'm like, dude, leave me alone, bro. But nonetheless, brothers and sisters, you know, you got to leave these people where they're at. There's some people who are just miserable. Misery loves company. You know, and this is one of those weird people who love being miserable. He loves obsessing over other people. He's just been a leech from the inception of his YouTube career. He's been a leech. He has targeted so many people. Anybody that looks like they're about to get some type of shine, he targets them. Young and old, doesn't matter. He's went after young brothers like Born Rowe. He's went after elders like Baba Ronson. This is the same bitter demon that weaponized his audience against a 78-year-old elder who grew up in the Deep South. Man full of wisdom. Shout out to Baba Ronson. He literally targeted Baba Ronson and weaponized his audience to go basically harass Baba Ronson. And all Baba did was pretty much critique and give some criticism to him, to Ringo. And Ringo criticizes everybody. I mean, this man has went after the likes of Dodash. The man has went after the likes of Danica Marie. I mean, the list go on and on and on. He just harasses people. He's went after MTR, jealous of MTR because MTR has been around every woman that he's wanted on YouTube. He wanted Melody Monaco. He's seen MTR with her. Jealous. I'm talking about one of them jealous, hating ass type of dudes. He see MTR with this woman or that woman. He making countless videos. MTR ain't even worried about it. I mean, the man just harasses people over and over. And I mean, the list is crazy. And it's about that time that this guy is done. Now, and I'm gonna say this as well. During this whole back and forth, you know, this guy was offered to shoot a fade, to run a fade. It's like, look, just run the fade. And I'm going to show you what he said in response to just, hey, look, bro, you keep making videos. Let's do a charity boxing match. Let me just show you how much of a coward this guy is.
It has been more than 48 hours since Nubreed Global Truth officially released a head-to-head fight promotion challenging RingoTVReactions to run the fade. This fair and public challenge, under the watchful eye of professionals, issued on February 28, 2025.
Fam, I'm a family
has been vehemently denied by RingoTVReactions on March 3, 2025, and countered with an invitation for Nubreed to pull up to his new home in North Carolina, where his wife and children live, so that Ringo, a Brooklyn, New York native, could exercise his Second Amendment rights in North Carolina by committing an unthinkable and barbaric act against Nubreed in front of his own family. A tragic and unfortunate response.
But one thing I do know is I got legal rights based on the Second Amendment and based on my rights here in North Carolina. You tell him if you got a problem with this dude, come to his house. Come to his door with that type of noise and see what happens. Because what I'm trying to do is shut down all the entertainment online. So if there were a fight, ain't gonna be a fair fight. It's gonna be damn near brutality. How many of you willing to pay for tickets to see a funeral?
RingoTVReactions reaction has left fans stunned. After spending an entire year relentlessly attacking Nubreed Global Truth in daily, vicious, 5 to 10 hour videos which continued for up to a year, all sparked by a small misunderstanding, many expected him to finally back up his words in the ring. The dispute between the two YouTubers has been well documented on both platforms, with both men trading shots and low blows in anger. However, months ago, Nubreed withdrew from the feud, choosing peace over drama, while Ringo continued his relentless onslaught of verbal attacks, leaving many to call RingoTV an internet bully. This led to Nubreed's official challenge to run the fade, an attempt to settle things amicably like men do. But Ringo's response to run the fade? A resounding Ringo hell no. Instead, he threatens to double down and drop yet another video, continuing his attacks and allegations from the comfort and safety of his home, vowing to further destroy Nubreed's reputation and relationships in retaliation.
What I got for him later on is going to make him look even more bad. Because again, this is my expertise. Good at making him look crazy. I'm good at making him look crazy. I'm good at making him look crazy.
The only tale of the tape in 2025 so far has been the fade of once great RingoTV reactions. Despite this, Nubreed prays for peace for Ringo and has left the challenge open, should Ringo ever decide to accept it in the future. And we hope he does. #RunTheFade.
So as you can see, I challenged him to a fade, and he threatened to put me in a box. He said if he run up, I'm gonna put him in a box. So he wants to kill me, right? If I run up to him, right? But Carmelo Anthony, like Indian Summer said, but Carmelo Anthony can't defend himself. See, that is a hypocrite. That's a hypocrite. I offer a controlled environment. He tells me to pull up at his house where his family live. That's a coward. Instead, I'm going to go make videos. I'm telling you. Listen, for the things that he said about underage girls, the things he said about young girls, I'm ready to really do something to this man in the ring, bro. For the things that he's done to all these creators online, how he's trolled, how he's bullied, how he's harassed all these people, including elders. I'm ready for that. So with any time, I ain't got nothing else to say after this, but at any given moment, if this man come out of the bushes and say, yo, let's run that fade, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So that's just where I stand with it. You know, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. That this guy has to go. He's a curse to our community, a plague to our community. I advise anyone who's on my platform to unsubscribe. Don't even watch him. There's nothing to see there, people. Don't even watch the material. Just exit stage left quietly. Quietly remove yourself from toxicity. Quietly remove yourself from narcissistic abuse. Because all a man does is talk negative about his audience and to his audience. Right? But nonetheless, man, there's a lot going on in the news, and I will be covering some different topics. More than likely later on this evening, you know, and there's a movie that I want to go see. I want to go see Sinners. I might go see Sinners tonight so I can do that movie review. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to go see Sinners today because everybody's talking about it, and I got to do my breakdown. You know, I got to go see Sinners. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to do the Sinners breakdown. I heard the movie is about tethers. They use the term tethers all through the film. That's what I'm hearing. And also, you know, there's a lot going on in the news as well. But okay, I see the ones. Y'all better pull up for it. When I do that movie review, pull up, because for those who don't know, I'm very good at doing movie reviews. Somebody said, Bree, stay for the extra credits. Hey, man. Hey, listen. What of the extra credits of the movie? Are you talking about the Sinners extra credits? Or are you talking about me just kicking it with y'all, chopping it up? Oh, by the way, man, I gotta poke fun at myself too, man, because that's what I do. You know, hold up. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Because I got another action figure here. I gotta show y'all this joint. You know, we just having fun with it. We just having fun with it. All right, here we go right here. And you know, I'm gonna explain this right here for y'all. So they go to Nubreed, the doom and gloom YouTuber edition, because that's what they claim. That's what they call me when I'm just telling the truth. When I'm bringing out what's going on in the world, they call it doom and gloom. People who don't want to know the truth call it doom and gloom, right? You know what I'm saying? And they call me an alcoholic because I like to drink every now and then, right? So, you know, you can see you got the bottle of Remy up in that joint. Hey, somebody was joking in the comment section. They was like, Nubreed, you ain't that swole, bro. I know. I'm just trying to look. You know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna make myself look beefed up, bro. What are you talking about? That's my action figure, bro. Somebody was like, Bree, you know damn well you ain't that damn swole, bro. Yeah, they like to call me a wine bibber, like they did Jesus Christ, insulting Christ because he had wine. And then of course I got my laptop. Don't take the mark of the beast. We got the KJV Bible, and you got to beware of the meat suits. They call me. They say that they call me New Greed, right? Whatever reason, I don't even know where that came from, right? But they call me New Greed. So you see the little money stacked up down at the left hand corner, and then look, Remy and child support is crazy. Because they always talking about how many children I got, which I ain't even on child support because I take care of my children. But nonetheless, you know, I like to poke fun at it. Let them have that. My children are well taken care of. We're not worried about that. But I like to just poke fun at myself because, you know, these are the things that these people say about me who really don't even know me. So, you know, I just have fun with it, man. I have fun with it. But Remy and child support, that's diabolical though. you got to have fun with it, man. Like life is too short to be a miserable ass, hateful, you know, demonic warlock like your boy over there. Life is too short for that, man. You know, always targeting people, always, you know, just being hateful and evil. But nonetheless, you know, man, you know, we just having fun with it, brothers and sisters. We just having fun with it at that man's expense. That's all it is to it at this point. But you know, I got so much more diverse material that is going to shake things up. You know, I just thought I'd come through and show you the hypocrisy coming from over that side. And you know, we got more material coming. Look, y'all have a blessed day. Turn the post notification bell on so y'all can get these videos as they're being uploaded. I will tap in with y'all real shortly. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.